it's Anya here, and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks Crochet. And this is the fourth video in the Odyssey Mosaic Overlay Blanket series. Below this video in the description box you will find the link to go to my blog on my website opheliatalkscrochet.com, and there you will find the written pattern for this part as well as the chart for this part. Please make sure you locate the row you are on, as we are starting today in row 57. In each video I will tell you exactly what you need to do, and it might mean you have to go back to a previous video as some parts of the blanket are repeated. Locate the playlist so you can watch the videos that you need for that part of the blanket. Keep careful track of your rows. Now I am doing a sampler in the videos, so if you wanted to you could make this along and practice your stitches as well as have a reminder for the pattern. But use your stash yarn for this so you keep the yarn from your pack for your blanket. As you can see, I have done some of my homework, although you might have to do more rows than I have done. Okay, so make sure you do the amount of rows as prescribed in the chart and in the written pattern. We are now at row 57, so let's get started. So if you look at row 57, it's a white row. That means it's the A color, my cream. I'm going to get started as we usually do. There we go. And as I scan along my row, I can see that I'm going to have to do a single crochet in the back loop only in the first 5 stitches. So let's do that. So skipping the chain, which is this one, this is my first stitch here. I'm going to start doing a single crochet in the back loop only in the first 5 stitches. There we go. And then I am going to do a double crochet in the front loop only, and in fact this is where my repeat is going to get started. So 1 double crochet front loop only in the next stitch, and then you're going to do single crochets back loop only in the next 13 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. So now we're going to repeat this. So 1 double crochet front loop only, and now 13 single crochets. So you keep on repeating this and I will see you at the end of the row. I made it to the end of the row and I only had space for 7 single crochets in the back loop only, and of course that's fine. I've run out of stitches, so there's nothing more I can do. So I'm now going to do my chain 1 and then my single crochet for the box for the border. And now for row 58. Let's get started. There we go. And now in the first 4 stitches we're going to place a single crochet in the back loop only. So this is our box for the border. Here is our first stitch. So we're going to do 4 single crochets in there. There we go. And now we're going to place 1 double crochet in the front loop only. And then you are going to do a single crochet back loop only, and then a double crochet front loop only. And now we do 1 single crochet in the back loop only in the next 11 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And then our repeat starts again. So the repeat starts here with the front loop double crochet, back loop single crochet, front loop double crochet, 11 single crochets. So let's get going. So we do a double crochet, single crochet and a double crochet, and then we count and we do 11 single crochets. And remember, a single crochet is always in the back loop and a double crochet is always in the front loop. Forgive me if I don't always mention it. Nine, 10 and 11. And the repeat starts again. So you're going to keep on repeating this all along your row. And of course for me, because it's such a long repeat, I'm already at the end. So I will show you straight away what is going to happen. I have 6 stitches left over to do. So 1, 2, and you should have as well 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you will end like this as well. And then of course chain 1 and our single crochet for the border box. Voila! So now we are going to get started on row 59. We're going to do the usual. And this time we start our row off by doing 3 single crochets in the back loop only. 1, 2 and 3. And then we start our repeat and we do 1 double crochet in the front loop, a single crochet in the back loop, a double crochet in the front loop, and a single crochet in the back loop, and a double crochet in the front loop. So we make this configuration of 3 double crochets, and then we are going to do single crochets in the next 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And that is your repeat. So we start again with the double crochets, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, and then our 9 single crochets. I will see you at the end of the row. And I've made it to the end of the row, and as usual I just keep on doing my repeat until I run out of stitches. And this time I started the repeat again, and then I was able to do 5 single crochets in a row, and that's what it says in the pattern as well. So chain 1 and I am going to do my single crochet. So yes, just keep repeating the repeat until you run out of stitches basically. There we go. So that is where we are at right now. So we had the cream, we are now going back to the sea green because this is a grey row. It has an S in it. And we are going to do row 60. So let's get started. So this time we are doing a single crochet back loop only in the first 2 stitches. Then we start with doing a double crochet front loop only, single crochet back loop, double crochet front loop, single crochet back loop, double crochet front loop, and a single crochet on top of there. So we need another double crochet front loop only. There we go. So this time we are doing a configuration with our double crochets until we have done 4 double crochets. Yes, we are doing single crochets in between, but for me, the way I look at it, it's easier to just say, okay, I've done my 4 double crochets, and now we are going to do 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this is your repeat. So you start again and you repeat this throughout your row, and I will meet you at the end of it. So I've made it to the end of my row. I just started my repeat again, and here I think I'm going to have space for 4 single crochets, before I do my chain and my single crochet for the border. There we go. Voila. And now we are ready to do row 61. Now, sometimes when you're doing a more complicated design, you don't just look at the row that you're doing. You're looking at the rows in relation to each other, and that way you can work out what it is that you need to do. Okay, so let's do that in this row after, of course, we get sorted with our single crochet and a chain one. So we're going to look at row 61, and I can see 3 stitches first that we have to do. So 1 single crochet in the first 3 stitches. So let's do those first, and then our repeat will start. And here we did 4 double crochets sort of after one another each time with a single crochet in between. And in this row you will see that there are 3 triangles. So in fact we are putting them on top of these. So if you remember that, then you know that, here I'm going to have to do the same. Okay, so first of all, let's do that. So we put our front loop double crochet on top of the double crochet there. Then we do a single crochet in the back loop only, double crochet, front loop only, single crochet, back loop only, double crochet, front loop only. And now that we have done this configuration, we are going to be doing 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we do 1 double crochet in the front loop only in the next stitch, so just on its own like this, and then we do 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so this, what I'm showing you now, is your repeat. But like I said, you can see here what you need to do. You'll have to remember here that you have to do a double crochet, and then you do the 4, and then you're here again, so you do your 3 double crochet configuration there again. And by coming up with little ways of remembering what to do for yourself, you'll make things a lot easier. And of course, this time we are making a larger design, so that makes it more complicated. But of course, I have tried to alternate the large designs with the smaller ones to make it more challenging in certain locations, like this one, but then also to give you something familiar in between. So some of these rows you will be doing on your own, because you know, like this, if this comes back, then you'll do that on your own because you'll have already done that. So there we go. I continue like this, and I will see you at the end of the row. So when you make it to the end of the row, of course, you start your repeat again. I have been able to do that configuration here, and now I've done my 4, and I know that I have to do a front loop double crochet here, and indeed I have got space for that, so I'm going to do that. But then here I now have 2 stitches left, so all I can do is do my chain 1 and my single crochet for the border box. There we go. Okay, cut off your yarn. So let's get ready to do row 62. And let's get started. There we go. Into the first one with a single crochet, chain 1, and then here we're going to start our repeat. And if you look along your row, you will see that in the first instance you have to do 1 single crochet in the back loop only in the first 4 stitches. Then you're going to do a double crochet, front loop only in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. And in fact, this is your repeat. So 4 single crochets, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. So let's try again. 1, 2, 3 and 4, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. And I will see you at the end of the row. So at the end of the row I was able to start with my 4 single crochets back loop only. Then I have 2 stitches more to do, so I am going to do my front loop double crochet there, and then a back loop only single crochet. There we go. And that has finished up the use of my stitches. Now here, chain 1 and a single crochet for the border box. Voila. There we go. I'm here getting ready for doing row 63. There we go. So now we're going to do a double crochet in the front loop only in the first stitch. So here. And then we are going to do a single crochet in the back loop only in the next 4 stitches. So I'm going to just make sure that I'm skipping what I need to skip here. There we go. I'm always wary of that first location there, that I go in the correct stitch. Voila. So there we are. Those 4 need to be done. And then we're going to place 1 double crochet in the front loop only in the next stitch. And then once again 1 single crochet, back loop only in the next 4 stitches. Here we are now going to do 1 double crochet, front loop only, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, front loop only, 1 single crochet, and 1 double crochet, front loop only. Phew! And now that is the end of our repeat. So here, this is our repeat. 4, 1, 4, and then that configuration of 3 in a row there. So 4. You just need to come up with ways of remembering it, that's all. 4, 1, 4, and here, yeah, the 4, and yes, here I am in that correct location to do that configuration of those 3 double crochets each time with a single crochet in between. And I mean, this is the fun of mosaic crochet, really. You know, trying to make sure that you find those locations that you need to put those single crochets, put those double crochets to make your design, of course. And look, it is appearing. Okay, so when you get to the end of the row, you start your repeat again, and as always you just keep on going with the repeat until you run out of stitches. And in the pattern I have described it each time so you don't have to guess, but obviously I'm just guessing here. These are my 2 stitches here. Then here I need to do, let's take a look at the pattern. Yes, the last one is a front loop double crochet, chain 1 and a single crochet for my box. There we go. Once again, I am getting ready to start the next row. This is row 64, getting under those strands for that first single crochet, chain 1, skip 1 here, and then we are going to start our row with 2 stitches just to do them, to get into our repeat after that. So 1 single crochet in the back loop only and 1 double crochet in the front loop only. There we go. So now we are going to start our repeat of 1 single crochet back loop only in the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. There we go. And then we are going to do a configuration of 4 of those double crochets, sort of with single crochets in between. So 1 double crochet front loop only in the next stitch, single crochet, front loop only, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet and a double crochet. Voila. And that is our repeat. So we start with 7 single crochets and then we do this configuration with the 4 double crochets with single crochets in between. So now, yeah, 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And then we do the configuration with those 4 double crochets. And this is how you will continue for the rest of your row. So I'm at the end of my row. I was able to start with my 7 single crochets, but then here of course I'm just going to do the amount of stitches that I have left over, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, and I have 1 more for a single crochet, and then of course there's the box to be made for our border. So just, you know, continue until you run out of spaces basically. There we go. So I am back to using my A color, my cream, ready for row 65. Let's get started. Single crochet and a chain 1 for the box. And then we are going to get started by doing a front loop double crochet in the first stitch here. So let's do that. And now we're going to start our repeat. And the repeat is made up of 1 single crochet in the back loop only in the first 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And now we are going to do a configuration of double crochets and single crochets. So a double crochet in the next front loop, then a single crochet in the next location, a double crochet in the next location, a single crochet in the next location, and a double crochet in the next location. Voila. And this is our repeat. So we start with 9 single crochets in the back loop only, and then we do this configuration here. So this is what you will be repeating throughout your row. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and now I do my double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet and double crochet. I will see you at the end of the row. So I'm at the end of the row. I did my 9 single crochets, and then here I'm just going to start doing my double crochet, single crochet until I run out of stitches basically. Yeah, here another double crochet, front loop only. There we go. And then here chain and a single crochet. Voila. There we go. So that's the end of row 65. Then back to my bee color for row 66. Let's get started. Chain 1, there we go. And now we are going to do 1 single crochet in the back loop only in the first 11 stitches. So this is what we are skipping here. This is the first one of our design. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And then we are doing a double crochet front loop only in the next stitch, a single crochet back loop only in the next stitch, and a double crochet front loop only in the next stitch. And this is our repeat. So 11 single crochets, then a configuration of double crochet, single crochet and double crochet. So I will see you at the end of the row. So I have made it to the end of the row here. I've done my 11 single crochets, and here I have space for one of those front loop double crochets and a single crochet. Then I chain 1 and do my single crochet for the box. There we go. So just keep going until your stitches run out basically. So there we go. And I'm getting ready to use my A color again. Let's get started on row 67. Into that first stitch, single crochet, chain 1. And then here we are going to be doing single crochets in the back loop only in the first 12 stitches. So these are the ones to be skipped here. This is the first one of my mosaic design. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, and now our repeat starts. So we're going to do 1 double crochet front loop only, and then we're going to do 13 single crochets in the back loop only. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Voila. So this is our repeat. Okay, so into the next stitch for a double crochet front loop only, and then you do your 13 single crochets. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. So I'm now at the end of my row and I have one more stitch left over, so I'm going to do my double crochet there. Voila. And then you chain one and single crochet for the box. There we go. So that was quite an easy row, but of course, yes, you have to make sure you count to 13, but also you can check because this is the row of double crochets that you are adding to, so to complete the design, of course. So that way you can also check that you have done your correct amount of single crochets in between. So this is the end of the main design of week 2. Now you're going to have to add to week 2 with some designs that we have already done. So first of all, you're going to do some row 4s. 68, 69, 70, 71 and 72 are row 4s. So you're going to put those in between these designs. So more than I have done here. Okay. Then row 73, 74 and 75 are actually what we did in the previous video. Look, this one here. Okay, again with some row 4s next to it, right? So make sure you keep track of your rows on your chart. Okay, so then we are at row 76. Okay, so that brings us to this design here. So again, you're going to do row 4s, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80 and 81 are going to be row 4s. And then row 82 is going to be a repeat of row 8. Remember, we did this right at the beginning here in video 1. So you can go back to video 1 to find out how to do that. But I am sure by now you should know how to do this. And then we go on to row 83, 84 and 85, where you will be doing row 4s once again. So this brings us to the overview of week 2, which you will also find in the blog post. Make sure you keep very careful track of the rows that you have done and make sure you do all the rows that you need to do. This is the list of videos that you can go to make sure you find the correct design to do in your blanket. So thank you very much for taking part in this Odyssey Mosaic Blanket Cal, and I hope you are enjoying your journey. Please do leave me a comment and a like on this video. Post a picture of your progress in our Facebook group Ophelia Talks Crochet, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!